Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. May 6th, 2021. This is episode 286, and I gotta tell you, I got a ton of comic books I have to get through. I was on vacation last week. They piled up. I bought a couple that I probably shouldn't have bought, but I'll try to review those anyway, and I've got one more Diamond preview to put out their reaction on it. But today we're looking at Marjorie Finnegan Temporal Criminal. This is from Garth Ennis. So take a quick look at her. She is a time-traveling thief. And you can see that possibilities of what she might be getting as far as some of the riches. I was kind of unsure about this. It says time is on her side. But I went ahead and purchased it, and I am glad I did. This is fantastically fun. Oh my gosh. It is mature, so just to let you know about that. This is a Awa Upshot at $3.99, giving a mature rating. It is the 1 of 8, so I was a little disappointed in that because I don't want to be tied in for 8 issues, but this is fun, so I think I'm going to stick around. As far as the cover here, here's Marjorie Finnegan, and this is her accomplice, I guess you could call him, Tim, who lost his body somehow, and she wants to recover a body for him someday, but it's not her priority right now. As you can see who she's dealing with, like some kind of look like Hitler type guy, and some pharaohs, some Genghis Khan, on and on and on. But she is bringing relics back from the past and buying things with them, while hiding in her own time slot, I guess you could say. They can't find her because she's in her own temporal hideout. So let's take a look to see who worked on this. Let's see here we go. Garth Ennis, mentioned him before. If you're familiar with The Boys, the Amazon Prime series that's going on right now, and loving that, you'll probably like this. It is just as irreverent. Is that it? Irreverent as the Boys. A lot of swearing in here and just carrying on. It's pretty decent. The artist is Goran Sadzuka, and he really captures some of the great expressions in here. It's not super fine art, but it's fun and expressive. And Miroslav Merva is the colorist. I think I said that right. And Bob Steen is the letterer. Okay, cover artist is Andy Clark and Jose Villarrubia. So there is a few other variant covers there. You can go ahead and pause if you want to read those, because the one is Frank Cho, the other Mike Diodato. Okay, so let's get into this. It starts right off with a bang here. Okay, we have this moth. I'm not sure what that's about. J. Michael Straczynski. Sometimes 6 months is a lifetime, so I'm not sure what this is about. 6th issue, going on sale next month. But we start off in Egypt. May I digress here? And Marjorie is disguised herself as one of these slaves. They're doing the burial of Ramsey. They're going to bury all these items. And what's kind of funny is she thinks they're just going to seal the tomb with his favorite warriors and concubines. But it turns out that they plan on slitting their throats before they seal the tomb. So this will not give her enough time to pillage the tomb as everybody's suffocating, and she jumped back. So you can see she's a little shocked there. That's why these expressions here are pretty good. And so she is she is considered a criminal in this thing. And so she kind of, in a way, volunteers to go first by just talking blasphemy to the leader of this ceremony. So they go right after her, try to cut her head off right away, and knocks her wig off. You can see the guy not knowing what the wig is. In the meantime, she's got another surprise that she pulls out, and it's her 12 gauge shotgun, and she starts blowing away all the guards, which is awesome. And you see everybody's really very surprised and panicked. Now we cut to another scene where I believe it's supposed to be Old England, and these guys see the Vikings are coming, and they're panicking and everything, but they have their own temporal criminal here, and he's from, I'm assuming was a former Nazi that somehow got swept away, and they have a big gun, and they just blow the ship out of the water. And they blow this ship out of the water. You can see everybody flying off of it, and this one Viking comes charging aboard on one leg, and they blow a hole right in him. So it's like, I had a lot of fun with this. This is probably the most I've laughed at a comic since Shirtless Bear Fighter. So this is definitely a recommend. And then we see the temporal cop show up, and she wants to bust this guy for taking liberties with the time-traveling devices. We switch back to Egypt, and you can see Marjorie's just having the time of her life, just blowing away all these people. This one guy gets his head taken off. He's swinging at Marjorie. She finds a nice big jewel that at least she can take with her. And she continues to blast away people right in the face. Narrowly missing some surgery there. And she just keeps going. But the thing about this device, it doesn't change history. It just gives them an alternate history. So instead of this guy having his throat crushed, he dies of choking to death. And so you get like these examples for everybody. It's pretty clever. I've got to give Garth a little bit of credit there. So finally she's decided she's had enough. She's got to get the heck out of there, and she is able to time travel out just in time. Redemption, by Krista Faust and Mike Diotto. That is coming out next week. Yeah, I think that's it, or 2 weeks from now. And I believe that might be issue 2. Well, issue number 4 of 5 issues. And then Resistance Uprising. I'm not on any of these books so far. Okay, so our time cop is busting him. He's able to escape using the locals who don't want to give up the wonder weapon. But she's got a wonder weapon of her own, and you can see she has just disintegrated this guy, giving him an alternate death of hanging, of sexual asphyxiation, actually. So, and Otto decides to run off. That's the German guy. She's able to zap him with a 10,000 volt missile right in the urethra. So, much to the chagrin of all the commoners there. Chariot. We are reading Chariot. This is a recommend. It's just a fun book. So back at Marjorie's lair, you can see all the things are laying around, and she is kind of entertaining Tim with a little bit of a dance and a striptease, although it's annoying him more than anything else. And we find out that this is their hideaway in this temporal, like time warp or something. I'm not sure what they really call it. I don't remember. But he's saying, we need new equipment, we need new updates, we need upgrades, we need more money because I can't hold this position forever. You see these gooses with boxing. I'm not sure what that's all about. Or geese flying with boxing heads. So it turns out that she's actually being watched. Someone has snuck a video cam in there, and I'm not sure who it is. I am sure one of them is her ex-husband, actually. So I'm assuming he's a temporal criminal as well. And they're talking about trying to get the drop on her, basically. But Tim suddenly senses that something's up. She goes running outside, grabbed by the wires. Just pretty good. It turns out she runs into the temporal cop, who happens to be Marjorie's sister. So that's where we end this first issue. I don't know if she's going to give her a case maybe to work on or something like that. But we'll find out in the next exciting and hilarious, slightly hilarious episode of Marjorie Finnegan Temporal Cop. And here's what I assume is the next cover. Da-da-da. Then we get something from Mr. Garth Ennis. We get some little sketches here, which is really nice. Garth goes on and talks about it. Next, volume 2, this trade paperback for year 0. I think this is fairly popular. That goes on sale May 12th. And that's almost looking like World War Z there. Then we get a letter from the publisher. And we have Fight Girls. This is something new. Frank Cho and Sabine Rich working on this one. First issue comes out July 7th. 10 women, 4 challenges, 1 crown. Winner rules the empire. And just some other AWA upshots coming out this month. Casual Fling, Redemption, Chariot. When this comes out, we will review it. It has been getting a substantial recommendation. So, Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, I award ye with the Indie Comics Jones Good Excavating Seal of Approval, only available at this channel. This is a total recommend. If you like saucy, irreverent humor, you'll probably enjoy this one. As always, thank you for stopping by and listening to this review. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Please like, please leave comments, and we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. As always, this is the only one Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.